Aimee frequently visited my chambers. I didn't know if it was at Mother's request or of her own volition, but I prayed it was the latter. She was a very touchy-feely person, and she seemed to have a particular fondness for playing with my hair. Whenever her voice danced its way into my ears, it would wreak havoc inside. Being enveloped in her scent day after day, stoked the fire growing within. I did my best to remain as straight-faced as possible, haha, because the last thing I wanted was her catching. I understood that the things I was feeling were untoward, to say the least.
Your hair is so utterly enchanting. I've never seen hair so white before.
I think having color is much prettier.
Oh? Well, Georgie says white is the most difficult color to make with paint. There's no greater challenge than capturing the beauty of true white. Living with such a splendid example of the color must have given him a very high standard of quality. Say, Michelle, maybe you could tell me about yourself today. I would love to get to know you better.
Tell you about myself?
Yeah, we could become even better friends if we found some mutual interests.
I enjoy playing chess, and I consider myself quite good.
Oh my, chess? I've never played. You're such a bright girl, Michelle.
Would you like to try? I could teach you.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll pass. I doubt I would be any good.
Oh, okay.
What else is there? Say, your favorite kind of flower, fragrance, color of gemstone. Are there any embroidery patterns you're particularly skilled at?
I don't have any favorites, no. And I'm not especially good with a needle either.
No. Do you have shaky hands then?
I wouldn't say that, no. I'm, fairly good with a knife, I think.
A knife? Oh, like a kitchen knife?
No, a sculpting knife.
Sculpting?
Is that really so strange?
It is a bit unusual, I'd say.
But Georgie's does it all the time. His room is practically made of wood chips and charcoal and paint.
Georges is an artist, and a man. There's nothing unusual about him doing some sculpting.
Why is it okay for him, but not me? Does being a girl really make that much of a difference?
Well, why don't we practice embroidery together, Michelle? I get the feeling you've spent too much time with your brothers. But now you have me. I'm sure it won't be long before you appreciate how much fun cooking and needlework can be.
She said, and she gives the same reason, too. Because I'm a girl. But that's not an explanation. It's a vague generalization. That said, if I agree, I can spend more time with her. Okay.
Wonderful. We'll come up with beautiful designs together. And when you've made something you're proud of, you can give it to a boy who catches your eye. Or, if you prefer, you could give it to your father or brother. I would like Georgie's to have what I make, though.
Oh, I've been wondering. Did you and Georgie's meet at the royal court?
Oh, heavens, no! I've never been to court. One day my father told me I was getting married, and the next day is when we first met.
It happened that quickly.
What, are you worried about me, Michelle? Don't worry, I'm not displeased with the arrangement. In fact, I'm quite happy with it. Aristocratic marriages are almost always sudden. And as a woman, you get used to being a piece in their games. But he's different. He's a gentleman.
A gentleman. Him.
You sound surprised.
I believe hedonist suits him better.
Oh, I quite disagree. I have complete faith he'll do good by me.
I couldn't fathom where she found such confidence in him, especially a man she had only just met. How could she trust him at all? She was nothing but a pawn, and she knew it. So maybe she was simply putting on an act. I had trouble believing her smile was anything but genuine, though.
One day you'll meet the right man for you, Michelle. And he won't be a drunk like that guy from earlier. He'll be a kind, hard-working, respectable man.
I would rather not find anyone.
I suppose this is all too soon for you, huh? Say, how old are you, Michelle?
14.
Oh, wow, I assumed you were younger.
Do I really look that young?
No hard feelings. You're just like a tiny little doll, so small and slender. And look, not one bit of meat up here at all.
Hey! She playfully grabbed me from behind and started prodding at my chest. As her delicate fingers slid across my skin, I found myself gripped by very indecent urges. Every thump of my heart felt sinful. She couldn't know. I couldn't let her. Everything I'd been fighting to keep down came hurtling to the surface.
You're so cold, you know that.
She was touching me like it was nothing, caressing my hair. Was she this intimate with Georgie's? Or was it because I was a younger girl that she was so keen on putting her hands all over me? Before I understood what I was feeling, my body acted. It was pure, unfiltered. In my attempt to escape from her grip, I twisted around, lying my face inches from Aimee's. Slowly gravitating closer, I pressed my lips against the corner of her mouth. Aimee sat there, flabbergasted. I was equally aghast. I'm sorry. As I frantically put some distance between us, I'm sure my face was red as an apple, though I didn't know it at the time.
Well, that was certainly unexpected. I'm sorry. Did I make you uncomfortable touching you so much?
Aimee was smiling, though it looked forced. No, not at all.
Then I must have startled you. I'm sorry. If I had let you go sooner, we could have avoided this accident.
What do you mean, accident?
A kiss on the lips is...
It wasn't an accident. It wasn't, Aimee.
I seem to have confused you somewhat, Michelle.
What?
I know I can be very touchy-feely with you, and you took that to mean you could do the same.
No.
You can't do that again, all right? If you want to kiss your friend, you do it on the cheek. Save the lips for the man you love. I should get going then. Georgie starts getting cranky if I don't give him enough attention.
Hold on, Aimee.
So long, Michelle.
She wouldn't hear me out. Once Aimee had fled my chambers, that was when I finally comprehended my own emotions, that she had stolen my heart. But Aimee was Georgie's fiancée. No, that wasn't the problem. My body was not meant for her love. I awoke in the middle of the night to pain in my joints. Not enough exercise, I guess. I tried bending and stretching my arms and legs, but it did nothing. So after pondering on it for a bit, I decided to go for a late night walk to distract myself. Huh? As I approached the corridor adjacent to the courtyard, I heard a woman's voice.
I'm still concerned about staying here.
Aimee's voice. Doing my best to remain perfectly quiet, I pressed myself up against the wall by the window and listened in on their conversation. I knew it was improper to eavesdrop, but the sound of her voice had me frozen in place.
It's Michelle. I'm afraid I've confused her.
A tiny jolt ran down my spine, my muscles all tensing up at once. The sound of my name rising to her lips, but not the way I would have liked.
She kissed me. Well, almost, but how could I have guessed she thought of me that way? Mother told me she didn't have any female friends, and asked me to be one for her, which is why...
So she had only been to see me because Mother had asked her to. I had been afraid of that. Afraid that she wasn't there to be with me. That she had no fondness for me. That my yearning for her was one-sided.
She kind of scares me, the way she looks at me. Always watching every little move I make. I'm sensitive to that sort of thing. I can tell what's going through Michelle's mind. I managed to deflect it this time, but I should never have gotten friendly with her.
She had seen through me from day one. Understood what I was feeling before even I had.
It's disgusting, homosexuality.
Oh, well, you're on my shit list now, Aimee. Homosexuality. Did I hear her right? Something inside me crumbled, and with it came an intense sense of wrongness. There it was again. That overpowering discomfort. That fear coursing through my veins. That repulsion. That irritation. That apprehension. What on earth? Oh, thank you for hosting us.
Yes.
What on earth was I? Did I view Aimee as a member of the same sex? Were things I felt homosexual? I heard Aimee sigh from beyond the window. Then the man beside her, who she was confiding all of this in, replied. She's still just a child. That voice. And one with underdeveloped social skills, besides. Understand that she's going to do and say some inappropriate thing. It's not uncommon for a child to mistake admiration for love. And I didn't know this recently, but when she gets in some... And I didn't know this until recently, but when she gets something into her head, she has a tendency to run with it without thinking. It was not the man's I had assumed it was. Oh, did you hear?
Oh. The other day, she asked me to let her be a knight. I can't imagine how she thought that would end any other way.
Why?
It's not very often there are women other than Mother at the estate. I imagine she simply got nervous being around you and something got mixed up in her head.
Why was Didier out there with her?
I hope that's all it was.
Aimee, hadn't you told me you thought Georgie's was a gentleman? So what were you doing? Getting so friendly with Didier. And Didier, weren't you my ally? Or was that all an act, like her? You were going to be a knight. So why were you out here with your brother's fiancée?
I'm glad to have you here, so I hope you can figure something out to make it work. I'll do what I can, but... And I'm kind of reluctant to say this to you. But something has to change. As it is, she kind of grosses me out.
Nah, you do, Aimee. She grosses me out. So what? I was some kind of sick, disgusting creature? All I had done was show feelings for her. I couldn't be Georgie's or Didier. Daniela's pierced expanded, both in size and number. Soon, I was being skewered by a dozen of them, and the heated sighs rising from the courtyard only served to make the pain worse. All I could do was cover my ears and run.
And with that, we will actually be ending the stream a little earlier because today we are going to be testing YouTube's Premiere feature for the first time. And so we have finally begun the transfer of all the Fata Morgana episodes over to our YouTube channel. So in about 10 minutes, the first episode is going to premiere over there. So if you would like to join us, it's only going to be 30 minutes, but you can go ahead and join us right there. As always, thank you to everyone who joined us. Hope you sleep well, Vap, and hope that the rest of you all have a good night or day. And yes, if you celebrate Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday, or if you don't have any holidays you celebrate then, hope you have a good one. Take care.
Yeah.
Let's talk it over.
What's this?
Smoke rising from the edge of the mesa.
Shh, nothing happened. It's okay.
Exit inside. Another one of Derval's hideouts.
Oh, they keep going down. I didn't notice.
This must be where Derval assembled the detonator. He tunneled through the wall. Derval did find a way into the palace.